Welcome to Spilling the Tequila, the podcast that brings you the tequila spilling energy without the hangover. My name is Grace.
And my name is Sunny Joe, and welcome to Spilling the Tequila. I don't know why I have an accent, but yeah. Welcome to Spilling Tequila. Spice it up.
It's our new every week bonus episode about Bravo, the recap. Last week was terrible. So we'll
Nothing
be better
happened,
for
so
yeah.
sorry about that episode.
Sorry, it was shocking.
It wasn't
anyway, we're
really
better
our
off
fault.
this week.
Not much happened, so it's
Not
not our
much
fault.
happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, as we usually do, we'll start at the beginning of the week. Cast your mind back to the Real Housewives of New York City, where it was PhoneGate when Erin stole Ubah's phone.
Ooh, see, this is a big one because, as we know, we saw that everyone that watches it around the world would have saw previously that there was a fight between Ubah and Erin where she's like, "Take off your sunglasses if you're looking at me." Like, yes. And everyone wants to know what happened. Take it away, Grace, and then we can brief it from there.
Oh, well, that was basically it, wasn't it? They went out for dinner and wasn't it that Erin pushed Ubah pushed Erin in the pool earlier on the trip?
Yep.
And then
normal thing to do with your friends. I would do that to people I know. Yeah.
And then Erin was going to push Ubah in the pool, but then Sai pushed her in. So Erin said, no, that doesn't count as like my getting back at you.
Right.
And then apparently Ubah left her phone in the Uber. Ubah left the phone in the Uber. And Erin took the phone out of the Uber and had the phone for what she says was half an hour. And Ubah had a meltdown about where's her phone. You and I both know when you lose. Well, she's saying that it was half an hour that she had the phone. You know, like that disgusting feeling when you lose something and it's like, oh, you're just sick to your stomach and you're like, it's just the worst feeling ever. Anyway, then Ubah had her meltdown, where's the phone? And then it was revealed Erin had the phone. Erin gave the phone back. Then the next day is when Ubah had a moment.
Yes, and she had the moment going up to Erin and they got into a heated moment and everyone was freaking out like, is this real, is this not real? And it was. And we've all been in arguments with people, even though I'm a calm person, I don't really get into fights, arguments. I had been in an argument and I know that feeling of being there like that, and that just clicked for Ubah. Like when someone's arguing and screaming at you and they've got glasses on, it's kind of like, give me eye contact if you want to speak to me type of thing, you know, like it's, I don't know. And you're also inside a house type of thing, but I don't know. I don't know. Each of that. Look, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Of what my view is on it. My view on this is, I always think there's more to the story. So, for example, I'll give an example. When I used to work in hospitality, and I would have someone a customer that would come through, it was really, really rude. Yeah, and they were just so rude. I never judged them. I just would try to, treat them with happiness, because I don't know what happened in their whole day before they got to the restaurant that I worked at.
Yes.
Something could have happened. Their sister, their mum could have died, or someone could be sick with cancer, or, they've just lost the house and they've just come into the bar to get a drink to release that tension, and they're just taking it out on me, unfortunately. So that's what I'm saying. It's no excuse, but what I'm saying is there's something bigger here for Ubah to react that way about her losing her phone. It could be to do that. Maybe she had pictures, as we know from viewers, that she really misses her mum, and her mum passed away, right? Yes.
Yeah.
She really, really loves her mum and stuff like that. Maybe that phone had pictures of her mum that is only on that phone that she took, or something like that, or had a video memory. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what was on that phone. So we all look at it as in like, dude, we just stole your phone for like an hour. Get over it. But you're right. That feeling when you think you've lost it, something was important on that phone that she thought she's lost for her to make her react that way. And that's why she reacted like, why would you do this? Like, that's so annoying. There's a difference between pushing someone in the pool, which is in the moment, than to be stealing something to make them think that they've lost it type of thing. I think they're two different circumstances. Don't get me wrong. I think in the video episode that showed Ubah overreacting, well, just reacting. I shouldn't even say overreacting, because everyone's allowed to have their moment. She didn't hit her. She didn't punch her. She just took off her glasses. You know what I mean? It just looks more invasive because Uber's like super tall. Uber's uber tall. Love it.
Yes.
Uber is uber tall and Erin's not tall. So it does look more, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a
Yes.
punch or something. It was just like,
Confronting. Yeah.
it just looks more confronting the way that the camera's angled. They're also friends. Like, you can kind of do that with your friend if you're in an argument. You know what I mean? Like, it is your friend. It's not a stranger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, take off your
Yeah.
glasses, Grace, you dumb bitch, if I'm talking to you.
Yes.
That could be a normal thing if we're not that we've ever done that, but I'm
I
saying
wouldn't be happy.
I see how both sides. I can see Erin's just going on like a little muppet. And like I said, we talked about last episode that Erin's, we don't like her anymore because she's an instigator. She's always starting shit. She's on Jenna. She's on everyone else. She's on Uber now. We're just seeing bits of it. So she could be like that all the time. So she's just like, I've had enough of your shit type of thing. That's where I think it's gotten to with Uber of why she reacted that way.
Yeah,
What did you think?
Oh, I'm a bit over the franchise, I have to say. I'm just like the drama
What,
seems
rhony?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Jenna's the only redeeming bit now, and also Jessel, because I find her so funny. I
She's
find her
hilarious. Hey,
incredibly entertaining.
I didn't like her in the first 2 episodes, and
Me
now I love
either.
her. I loved Erin, and now I don't like her. Isn't it funny how you get to know them more?
Yes.
That's how life
Yeah,
should be, right? You shouldn't
exactly.
judge but someone from one episode.
I just think their fights are just so petty and ridiculous, which is fine because the old Roni had so many petty and ridiculous fights. But on the other hand, they got over it as quickly as they fought it out. And I think that they knew how ridiculous their fights were. Whereas this, it just seems like they're all got it in for each other a little bit, and they're sort of just like looking for a fight. And I'm just like, have a night off, girls. Have some fun. Just
forget
relax.
Roni. Don't forget Roni. The original Roni cast had a lot years to get to that point. They weren't like that in season 1. This is first season for them.
No. I know, I understand, but I just think, I think they need to lighten up a bit. It's all a bit heavy. And every time they're having fun, then someone has to bring up their trauma from their childhood, or their parents died, or their parents are alcoholic, or their parents are this, or their sister's that. And I'm just like, just 20 minutes straight of just having a laugh. Like, I'd love to see it.
I have noticed they're very deep in the context where even if I was there with friends and stuff, or I went away on holidays and everyone's sitting at the table going, tell me, Sonny, tell me about your family and, you know, who you are. And like, it's just like, maybe I don't want setting.
Yes,
and maybe I
want
to talk about this one. Maybe I want to talk about this one-on-one and not in a group setting. Like that's fair. Also American. I know we've got a lot of American listeners, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but Americans are very like, tell me how you feel. But that's the way that I felt.
I get that. But like every dinner and then the next morning when you wake up for breakfast, I don't know. I just need, I'm emotionally stunted. So obviously I need a break from all these emotions. It's wearing me out.
Tonight. We could watch it together.
I know. We can react.
Because I've got to upload these episodes. So yeah.
Anyway, we have to move. We have to get a wriggle on because I have so much I want to say about the OC. But
is that all about Roni? Is that all?
Did nothing else happen? No. Right. Once again, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a lot to say about the OC, but we'll go to Salt Lake City next, which is one of the best lines of the season. You can leave. You can leave. Security.
You can leave.
And when she gets the waiter and she thinks the waiter's security. He's just a waiter. Poor guy.
Do you know what? Do you know what's good about Meredith in this season? It's made her lovable and a great character again of like who Meredith Marks is. Because when you had season 1 and season 2 and you had Jen and stuff, people can kind of get lost, and she had a lot going on with her husband and stuff. Now, I think in season 3, is it season 3 or 4?
4.
4. Now, I think Meredith Marks is, you know what? Everything's been said about me from Lisa and Under the Table. I've got nothing. This is who I am, and I don't care. And I think she's just very comfortable of who she is and who she's trying to be now. And she's just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I kind of like that. What do you think?
I agree. I also think that since her and Lisa have put like their issues to bed and sort of said, okay, clean slate, let's just be cool. I think that she seems a lot less bitter.
Yeah,
Because I
that's what I
feel
mean. I
like
think she
last
had a lot
season
going on.
she was really angry, which like fair enough, whatever. But I feel like now she's like, oh no, I can just have some fun now. Like we've let all this shit go.
Mm.
And then obviously, I mean, this isn't fun, her fight with Angie K, but it's really fun for me to watch.
I
You
miss
can
your hand.
leave.
Yeah, it's so funny. Your hand's so entertaining. The other episode is like was behind. It's like it was.
I get so passionate about it.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah. Wait,
I
who did she tell to leave again? Angie K. Yeah, I don't blame her.
yeah, Angie
Like,
K, who
who's
showed
Angie
up on the
K?
holiday.
Who's Angie K?
Whitney's such a little instigator.
Wait, what did she say? I like Whitney's voice. It's so
Whitney
funny.
brought Angie K as the surprise. And
Oh,
I
right.
also I think the best part of that episode was when Angie and Whitney were sitting by the pool and they said to Mary, Mary, come sit with us. And Mary's like, no, no, don't talk to me like that. No.
Mary's crazy, but she's funny crazy.
She's funny.
Yeah.
And you
I
can tell
think
they're
Mary's
scared.
just like she knows she's on a show, but she's not trying to write her story narrative, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She's just like, I'm on this show that
I also don't think that Mary likes having friends.
really, that's a bit weird.
I don't think she's like motivated by, like, oh, I want to get to know these girls. I want to be their friends, blah, 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 blah. I don't think she's motivated by that. As she said, she's a loner. And you can tell because she's absolutely savage to everybody. I think she's like
Well,
quite content on her own.
that's true, but I think that's why she's so savage because she doesn't have any friends.
Well,
You need a friend.
probably.
Friends are friends.
I know, but I don't think she wants them. I think she's happier alone.
She's just saying that.
Do you reckon?
Well, what happens when her granddaddy husband passes away?
I don't
She's got a
know.
child.
She'll
Got a
have to ask
child.
her kid if he's married or not.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Mm.
I can't believe she
I
doesn't
can't.
know. Also,
Yeah.
last episode we were talking about Monica, the new girl. I want to know what your updated thoughts about Monica are, and also your thoughts about Lisa Barlow losing the ring.
Oh, are you noticing what I said about the new girl?
Yes.
Her confessions and stuff. It's very. I think she just needs to tone it down a bit. It's just like I'm on a show and she does her confessions, and it's literally like Valley Girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like she's in the wrong show. It's very odd. Something's just not. I just need to, like I said, we did it. I just need to give her more episodes. It's only 3 episodes in or what. So people change. Like I said, it's probably the edit she's getting, but she just needs to. Do you know? I don't even know what to call it. It's just really, it's off-putting to watch.
It's like overacting.
Yes.
I
Yes,
think.
it's really weird. It's really
Yeah.
weird. About the ring, 60 grand. I don't blame her. She lost a ring that was $60,000. I'd be going around asking everyone, looking underneath the tables, bed, looking in my bum hole, looking in my mouth. Like, I don't blame her. It's a ring that's 60,000. I would be looking for my ring that costs $3,000, no matter what the price is. I've lost my ring and I want to find it. Is that where you're going? Did I miss out something? Did she do?
No. Just like how Monica was sort of at her at the dinner saying like, oh, you carried on a bit about the ring.
But like I said, like you've lost something. So
But then you also look at Ubah carrying on about the iPhone and then times that by 60 and then add on another like little bit more because it's sentimental, like compared to an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I was just a bit like, oh, I don't know if Monica's going to fit in if she's too concerned about how they have more money than her.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just her being honest and that's where her story's going. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna.
I know, but I
haven't
wonder how
worked
you
her out
can
yet.
hang out with people when you sort of resent them for having money. Do you know what I mean? Like she will never be happy around them.
She's got to work. Look, I've got no money and a lot of my friends are rich. So she's just got to deal with that. Do you get what I mean? Like, money shouldn't define who you are.
Exactly.
Oh, that's smart. Where did
that's so
pull
smart.
that from?
Whoa. That's amazing, Sunny.
It's
like
true
a
though. And
gravestone quote.
because I'm using myself as an example. I've got a lot of wealthy friends. I'm not wealthy, and
Mm.
I never compare yourself to others. The day that you start doing that, the day you start getting happier in life. I'm telling you now. I know it's hard to do, but if you start working on it and stop comparing yourself to others, you'll be a happier person. I do not compare myself to others.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Mm-hmm. And you realize that if you don't compare yourself to others, and other people will realize that, and they actually are attracted to you more and get along with you better. If you're rich and if you're up to you, just always talking about things, trust me, they know this. They
Of
know this. The ones
course.
that are around them that don't speak up money and just do their thing and stuff, they're the ones that they like. So I think Monica, is that her name?
She needs to take a lesson from you.
She needs a lesson from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should DM her on Instagram.
Oh, I don't have a blue
Oh,
dick.
oh, a blue dick. You could buy one.
Lame. Stuff
Okay.
that. What a waste of money that is.
Oh, I reckon it's
I know. It's
embarrassing.
embarrassing. I know.
It's truly embarrassing. Okay. Okay,
Mm.
this is the moment I've been waiting for. I've been sitting with this. I've been making notes about it. The Real
Oh.
Housewives of
The
Orange
most notes she's ever
County.
done in any project we've done. So I'm excited for this.
I made a lot of notes about the Spice Girls affair.
Just joking.
Anyway,
I like winding you up.
do you want to give your thoughts on OC first? Because I've got a lot.
Oh. Can you tell me what happened again? Or should
Erin,
you just say yours? Or you want to see if we intertwine? Yeah, that would be interesting. Give me a rundown. It's really hard for me to remember.
they're
I
in
should have taken it.
Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico, yeah.
Um, they went to half of them went shopping, half of them went to the shaman. Heather felt attacked, said I was leaving the show. Um,
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh,
uh,
okay.
yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing. Okay, I'll just start off with that. That's what I remember. Yeah, everyone was attacking Heather Dubrow. I love Heather Dubrow the same as you now. They are attacking her because I get it. They make her feel guilty because she's rich. And that's what it comes down to. And they're jealous. She sold her house for $55 million. Her and her husband are very successful. They've got a lot of money. Unfortunately, when people are that rich and have successes and stuff, if someone else isn't getting that success, it burns them inside. And they're just like, it's easy to like, well, fuck her. Like, who does she think she is? Blah, blah. Because it makes them feel better about themselves because they're not as rich or successful as them in life. Like I said, don't compare yourself to others because it really shows your true colors and bad colors that you've got. You just need to accept it. And if anything, be best friends with her. Get all the good. She seems like a really good friend. She buys presents all the time when you go away. Are you kidding me? But no, they look at that as if like, that's like her just showing off her money and things like that. Like she can't win. I agree
No.
with her. Like Heather Dubrow can't win. If she doesn't tell him something, she does tell him something, it gets turned into anything. Like I said, she's an easy target. They want to take her down because I think they've realized that I think in every housewife, there's one or two that are the leaders that are always competing for what do you like in teen movies, Queen Bee, right? And I think in the OC, it's changing the tides. And I think she's up there of like one of the queen bees of like the head of the people. I think it would literally be between her and Shannon.
That's interesting because this is
Yes.
my theory.
Okay, go. That's Grace and I haven't talked about this, by the way. So
I've been sitting with this for a while. And I agree, Heather will never win. And these are just like my little short points before I get into the theory. One, Heather will never win. Two, they do have a chip on their shoulder about her being above them or whatever because, poor her for throwing a nice party for her friends. Like, get over it. Three, I don't know why everyone is so quick to believe everything that comes out of Tamra's mouth because she's such a liar. Like, she just makes shit up. But anyway, they're just my little mini points. And here's my theory. Cast your mind back to the beginning of the season when Heather and Shannon were really getting along and becoming quite close friends. Yes? You back there?
Yes,
you
yes.
can remember?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
What, last season?
No, this season.
That was this season.
The beginning of the season. Before Tamra and Shannon were friends again. Okay, so obviously Shannon is at the point now where she's probably where she's the longest running Orange County housewife that hasn't had breaks or a season off here or there, right? So she's like,
Who, Shannon is?
yeah. So
I
she's
didn't know that.
so iconic to the franchise. And then obviously you have Heather, who has been on the show for a really long time, had a few seasons off or whatever, but has been like in there since very early seasons of it. So she's equally as iconic. So
I agree with that. Yeah.
yeah. So Heather comes back after a few seasons, and Heather's a lot more like cool and relaxed and not as sort of posh and a bit more down to earth. And, you know, Shannon's still sort of running the show, and now they've become friends. Here's where my theory kicks in. I think those two together being friends, Emily and Gina, who have been on the show for a few years but are nowhere near as iconic or as powerful as either Heather or Shannon, look at that
I agree.
and think, shit, like we're in jeopardy here because Bravo's not going to want to lose Heather and they're not going to want to lose Shannon.
I
And
agree.
who's next on the chopping block, right?
Gina.
We've got Tamra coming back. Correct. You got Tamra coming back. If she performs as her shit stirrer role, which of course she will, that's who she is, she's not going to be on the block. Jen, well, anyone who's in their first season is, you know, half and half, 50-50, whether they'll keep going. You're looking at Emily and Gina. I think they think like, wow, these two are becoming friends. If they stay friends, we're fucked. Or we could be. And I also think that because of Shannon's fragile state in her mind, obviously she's got the DUI, she's got much bigger problems going on.
Yeah, and I forgot about that.
Yeah, they know that even though they aren't even good friends with Shannon, they're not even friends with Shannon, they can plant in Shannon's mind that Heather is talking about her in a negative way because Shannon is that fragile that she would believe them over someone who is becoming her good friend. And this is my
and it's
theory.
2 against 1. So when you got 2 people telling you, of course you're going to believe.
Yeah.
It's just easier to believe 2 people.
Exactly. Then you have Tamra, who has never liked Heather, like ever, who thinks, you know.
Does Tamra not like Heather? I didn't know that.
No.
Really?
They've never really gotten along. I mean, they've gotten along surface level, but they've never been friends. And so then you think, well, Tamra wants to be top dog again because she was on there since the beginning as well. And how do I do that? I'll get my friendship with Shannon back and Heather can skedaddle. And I also believe that Tamra is doing the dirty work through Emily and Gina because Tamra knows Heather is so smart. And Tamra doesn't want to go up head to head because Tamra likes to bully people who she know will take it, aka her good friend Jen. And I also think that Heather likes to humiliate people, aka her good friend Jen, who she just drops in the mud every single episode.
Heather, not Heather. You said Heather likes to.
Sorry, Tamra likes to humiliate people. And I think she likes to pick on people who she knows will take it and who won't stand up for themselves. And I think Tamra knows that if she fucks with Heather eye to eye, Heather will take her down. And that's what I think you'll see in this next episode is that Heather understands that Tamra is puppeteering a lot of this from behind the scenes. And that's my theory.
Interesting. And I just don't like how I think I now remember the episode where they're saying, I don't know, but Heather's like, I'm done. Like, I don't.
Yes.
She's super rich. What she's getting paid from the show isn't anything. And like we've discussed this before, they film 6 months of the year. It's not easy to film a reality show, let alone 6 months of the year for cameras. So I get what Heather means by that. Like, I get it. If that was us, like, I don't need to do this. I'm a multimillionaire. Fuck off. Like, I don't need to do this. It's bullshit. Like, you know, and you're so, and you can feel it. One thing I don't like the girls do, they always leave Heather out.
Yeah.
They always leave her out.
And that's not by accident.
And it's really sad. It's really sad. Like it's
by
actually,
design.
And then, you know, Heather's one of the originals as well. When you got Shannon, Tamra, and Vicky doing that, like, you know, Mexican thing around tour and stuff like that around America, if you were, I know Thingo's not part of that, but she still was an OG, Heather, like you'd still feel like, oh, how come you didn't, like you'd want to be included with things like that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I don't know.
I agree. I honestly think that
Well, let's be realistic.
that Gina and Emily are a lot to blame for this disintegration.
I can't stand those two. I think they could both go and I'd be happy. But if I had to choose, I would choose what's her name? I always
Emily?
forget shit. Emily. I would choose Emily over Gina.
Yeah, me too.
I think Gina's the most overrated housewife in any housewife franchise.
I agree. I
Very
completely
overrated.
agree.
Very overrated. She doesn't bring anything to the table. I don't know. She's just. I'm surprised she's lasted this long. To be fair with you.
Yeah, I think so too. I also think that at the end of that episode when Temra says, "Oh, well, she said that, it was like hanging out with a bunch of losers," as in you guys. And then Gina believes that. And then you see that flashback of Gina telling Heather months ago, "Oh, take what Temra says with a grain of salt." I think Gina has shown her colors that she will go, where the gang goes. And I think it's because she wants to stay safe. And I think it's because she wants to stay on the show.
I've got a question for you. What's our Beverly Hills one's name? I like her. What's her name?
Which one on Beverly Hills?
She's at Beverly Hills. No. She's in the OC from Beverly Hills.
Who?
There's a Beverly Hills cast member in the OC. She
lives Taylor. In the OC Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Sorry. Yeah.
Jesus. She thinks she's a fan. Taylor. Is she a friend on the show, or is she one of the cast members?
She's a friend of, yeah.
Right. I was gonna say that makes sense because she's not in it very much. So
no.
I like when she's just on screen every now and then. She just makes me laugh. I was like, oh, there's Taylor.
Yeah.
She's just always in, like,
hanging out.
You know what I mean? Like hanging out, doing her thing. She's funny. Like when she rocked up to the
yes.
The dress up party that they did. Oh like,
my God.
But my prediction is next year, Shannon, Heather, Vicky will come back. They'll get Vicky to come back full time. They will keep Jen. Like Jen's quite interesting. She's like Jen. I find her more interesting than I do with Emily and Gina. Put it that way.
Yeah. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
They'll make Taylor a full-time one. So what's that? 5?
Okay.
And they will probably get rid of Emily and Gina, or they'll keep one of them.
Right. Interesting. I think Heather will go to Beverly Hills.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good prediction. But wait, are they actually leaving the OC
anymore? Yeah, they've gone.
Oh,
they live in Beverly Hills now. I also think that the money thing now is too big to escape from. I think that she's dead set sick of it. And I also think that Heather would fit in way better with the girls of Beverly Hills, get along way better. And I also think that Heather and Kyle Richards would butt heads, which I would adore.
Really? See, I don't think they would. Both actors.
I reckon they would 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she would butt heads with Sutton.
No, I don't think so. I think they get along like a house on fire.
Interesting. God, you know what? I think his prediction is right because Taylor was the first housewife to interchange into another housewives. And now New City, now that they've done it once, they're going to do it again. And I think Heather Dubrow going to Beverly Hills will be the perfect. Oh, I wish it was for the new season coming out, but I guess they can't do that. They'll have to do the year after.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that would be interesting because if Heather leaves, like by Heather leaving the OC, that's a big character to be gone, if that makes sense.
I think because they've brought back Vicky and Tamra, I also think it'd be interesting to bring back like Gretchen and Slade. I'd love that.
Can't remember them.
Oh,
right. Awful name.
Real. The OGs know. I would love Gretchen and Slade to come back. Slade was he dated like 4 different housewives on the OC and he had a Hummer.
Slade, is that a guy or a girl?
That's Gretchen's husband, Guy.
Oh, is she still with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And he was like such a drama queen on there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think if they came back, Gina and Emily wouldn't know what hit them.
Oh,
And
really?
I'd love
Yeah.
that too.
And the thing about Gina and the only reason Gina and Emily gets along so well is because they're a duo, right? So they do everything as a team. So it's hard to battle them. Singly, they're fucked, but together they're like, fuck it, we've got this. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Gina's
I
got a bit of
agree.
a
Split them up and see how you go.
I would not get along with Gina in real life, put it that way, and I get along with everyone. So that's a big call.
Yeah, that's a very big call.
She's just like, she's really annoying.
Yeah.
I
We're
mean,
we're
I'm probably
running out
annoying,
of
but
time, but should we do just
okay.
a really super, super, super quick Southern Charms new season thoughts?
Yes. So new season. Do you want to go for I'll go
You
first.
go.
Southern Charm, new season thoughts. Can't wait to see the new episode where Craig reverses the truck in. See, bad driver like me as well. We're the same person. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But it's interesting to see the season without Catherine. I'm sorry, but her and her boyfriend, whatever his name is, I forgot now. He hasn't been in the show for a while. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, the rapist.
Yeah, the rapist.
Yeah.
They led that show. They were really the motor of the show. Her story was so interesting. How she, everyone was having a go at her. She was having a go at them. That she rode that for the last 8 years. That's just what it comes out. So to her missing, it's just so interesting to see the cast now, and it's like bloody year 12 school photos. To take one out, they just had to fill it up with like 1,000 people to put in the show because that's how strong she was as a character. Fact. If we're going through with Austin sleeping with Taylor, so bad. You know what? It's funny about Taylor because when Shep was with Taylor when he was with her in the last season and stuff, she was quite like she's pretty, but she was like less like glamorous and stuff, and she's like really really chilled and everything. And then in this season or whenever she's come back when they're not together, it's like she's a complete different person, like turned into a bitch, like out to get him, all glamorized up. And I don't know, just it was just like, did we not see the true her? And we just saw her the way that we perceived her. But if she slept with Austin and Austin slept with her, that's really, really weird. I couldn't be friends with my best mate if my best mate slept with my ex-girlfriend. And it's been really recently as well. And they were always close. Like, it's just weird. I'm with Craig. I am with Craig 50-50 where you don't date your mate's ex-girlfriends. You just don't. Unless it's been like 10 years or something like that. But it's just very recent. But I do disagree with Craig where he says you can't even be friends with them. I think you should be able to friends with them because if I'm friends with a couple, I'm best friends with both of them because they're a couple. If they split up, they split up. I didn't split up from them, so I can be friends with both.
Yeah. No, I get that. Taylor's like very bitter, bitter, which is really sad because she was so nice and
I agree.
And now she's very hateful, especially what she said about Paige to Craig, which I just think once again is I think that's total crock.
What did she say about Paige to Craig? I've missed that.
In the first episode at the end of the party, she said, "Oh, well, let's talk about your girlfriend cheating on you."
Did she cheat on Craig?
No. Taylor just said that because it was a rumor. But I also think that
I know why you like Paige, by the way.
Her bitterness is like in a way
making her look ugly.
Well, yeah, but it's also a way for her to be sort of holier than thou and say, like Shep made all these mistakes with me and he stuffed it up. And like, we all know Shep is a little bit hopeless, but I think he has good intentions. But you can't be bitter and holier than thou if you are hooking up with your best friend's ex-boyfriend. And
correct, because he didn't do anything wrong, Shep. He just didn't want a commitment. So he didn't he's honest about it.
I don't think he handled it that great, but you also can't hold people against things when you're saying to Olivia, like, I wouldn't have gotten through this breakup without you. Like, you've helped me so much. You know, we've become best friends. This is so good. Like, what's come out of our breakups is that we've become such good friends, and this is amazing. And then you go and have sex with her ex-boyfriend, who she still kind of holds a little bit of a candle to when you had sex with him. Like, you can't be mad at your ex-boyfriend if you're doing that
Correct.
to your friends, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's
And
really
like, why
sad.
does Austin get all these girls and all these pussy? Like, I don't think Austin, like, I think Austin's like, do you find him good looking? I just like, he just
I
looks
don't
like
think he's
a,
unattractive. He's very
yeah.
charming, but he's
Is
he's
he?
hopeless.
Oh, he's very like,
He's
like
hopeless.
he's so much drama, that guy. For a guy, he has a lot of
I
drama.
know, but he's very funny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's very funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like Shep better than I do like Austin. I like them
I
all.
like Shep a lot better than Austin. Austin's
I like how
hopeless.
Shep was
Austin
talking
needs a
heaps
kick up
about.
the backside.
I agree. Like you just I don't know. I'm with and see how Shep like was with Craig and he's like talking like, yeah, it's a bit weird. Like I would feel the same way Shep would. Like that it's just weird for your mate to do that. It's just weird.
By the way, JT's a little shit stir, isn't he?
Oh my
A
god,
little
he's
fun.
hilarious. I'm yeah. Is he a new character?
Yes.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he? Like he's a little. I like. Yeah, yeah. He's like. I like JT. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
Like and like I don't know. I just don't like how Austin's like. When's the last time you had sex? Like the difference is when you've got someone like Austin, who's this like tall guy where you think he's good looking and charming, and he knows he can get any ladies, and then you've got JT. I'm not saying JT's ugly, but he's short. You know what I mean? And then he talked about his last girlfriend was when he's married, but it was for a visa. Like it was so funny. I like him. He was honest. I just don't like how someone shames someone like that about, first of all, it's none of your business, and you're putting this on a show and in front of everyone on a rooftop with the boys. Like, what is it, a fucking competition? Yes, Austin, you fuck all these girls, you're a hero. Like,
I think Austin was just trying to get back at him a little bit because he kept bringing up the whole Taylor thing over and over and over and over and over. And Austin thought, oh, what's going to shut this guy up?
but now that I know that stuff with the new episode coming out, go
Yeah.
JT. You're I'm sorry, we're all meant to be friends here. You fucked your ex-girlfriend's, your best mate's ex-girlfriend, and they are best mates and stuff. I think it's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird.
It's
It's
very
just
weird.
weird. I mean, I've got a lot of mates that have done that, but like it depends. It depends.
Oh,
It depends on the situation.
it's normal for your friends then. Okay,
It depends on the
that was a
situation.
good wrap up this week, I think. A lot
That was a good
happened.
wrap up. A lot did happen. Thank God. Thank God. And I'm up to date with
Mhm.
Southern Charm, so we can do this together. But
Mm.
thank you for listening, guys. Remember, follow us. As you know, Spilling the Tequila, our podcast will be streaming live from Las Vegas for BravoCon in
Woo!
November this year. So you'll be getting all the tea from us, exclusive interviews with Craig Conover. Now, that's if we get him, but there'll be other people, but we won't release that as the date comes closer. But yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and for the Bravo recap. And yeah, reach out to us, give us some comments. Like, do you want to give your hat a look closer to camera before we go so
Yeah,
everyone can
this
see
is
it?
my custom JP Sonia Morgan hat.
Oh, so you made it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, loser! I thought you bought it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.